Welcome back to another review. Today I'm revisiting another from the Hermessence line by Hermès. This one's from 2004, again by Jean-Claude. This is the lovely gourmand, to me, Ambre Narguilé. I have an official Hermessence travel spray, so it's the real deal. That's what I'm basing my review on. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, because basically I think, as nice as this perfume is, there's a few things to talk about. So first of all, I want to say that I've tried over my time several honey perfumes, or perfumes that have supposedly have a predominant note of honey. Now, you can get lots of different varieties of honey to eat, and I like honey to eat. I have never been able to click with a perfume's supposed honey note, because it just never ever reminded me of a honey that I was familiar with. Now, Ambre Narguilé is the first one I have smelled where I can say, yes, I recognize this honey note, and it's actually really lovely. And I'm not a big fan in general of honey in perfume. Look, and I need to say, right now at this stage of my life, I'm not a huge gourmand fan, and this to me is a gourmand because there are notes of obviously honey. There's some strong vanilla here. There is some kind of toasted, nutty nuances that happen in here, all atop a fairly well done, if not standard, sort of amber base accord. What happens is, once that honey dies off in the first few minutes, it does start to get this kind of toasty nuttiness that comes through a little bit more, and it kind of sort of dries the perfume down a little bit from I guess the more moister honey notes. It gets a bit drier, and probably a bit less sweet at that point. So Ambre Narguilé, from my reading, was inspired by the mix of tobacco and spice and dried fruits and honey that people in certain parts of, mainly the Middle East, like to smoke through water pipes or hookah pipes. And it is a lovely smell. And although I've never smoked that way, or that kind of mix, I can imagine it would be nicer. What I would have loved from this, based on the inspiration, is I would have loved a little bit more smokiness coming through. Like, I don't know how it would have been done. Maybe it was never intended by the perfumer, but if I'd read the brief for this perfume, yes, it would have all of these elements. And what makes this perfume, what would have made this perfume from just a nice, lovely ambery gourmand into something pretty special, would have been a little bit more smokiness, and a more prominent tobacco note. I can barely make it out. It's there, but as per usual, it's this kind of, I guess it gets buried by all the sweetness as well. And I would have loved to have a drier tobacco note with a hint of smokiness, like it was literally being smoked in front of me. But, that might not be a perfume that would have been popular and sold, unlike Ambre Narguilé, which I'm pretty sure is one of the more popular ones from the Hermessence line. As far as look, as far as gourmands go, this is one of the better ones, and I do need to say that I have reviewed a perfume in the past. I'll link it up here, from Rogue Perfumery, called Dervish. Now, this came out before Dervish, but there are certainly similarities between those two perfumes. If you aren't that interested in paying Hermessence prices, Dervish would be one to have a look at for sure. Having said that, this is just a really well made perfume, as you would expect from this line in Hermès, from Jean-Claude Helena. But in this style, I definitely probably prefer something like Serge Lutin's Fumerie Turque, which I'll link my review to here as well, because it just has that little bit more of an edge that takes it away from being a bit too nice like this one is, into something just a little bit darker and more interesting to me, to my nose. I'm sure there will be lots of people watching this who love this perfume. There's not really anything to not love about it. Not something currently that is in my taste where I must have a bottle of. I've reviewed a few of the perfumes from this particular line now, and there are a couple I have ahead of it. But Ambre Narguilé, you really are not going to be disappointed when you smell it if you know what to expect. Comes at a price, as do all these exclusive lines that designers put out, and some can be hit and miss, but I find with Hermessence, they always smell like very good quality, if not occasionally can be a little bit not that exciting, put it that way. That's my review. Oh, I've got to talk about performance. How can I forget about performance? This softly projects off my skin. It's not a huge projector. I can detect it for about 6 hours, average kind of longevity. So there's not really much to boast about in terms of performance. Although, again, with me and these type of scents, I would not want them to be huge, strong projectors and like sort of assault my senses the whole day. So it's just right for me, and I'll continue to wear this until I've finished it. I enjoy wearing it, especially on cold days like today. It is lovely and comforting. All those things that you would expect from this type of perfume. That's my review. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.